Hi, my name is Nikki Huggins, and for my creative media project, I will be interviewing two different students at the university about their opinions on women in sports. Now we'll be speaking with Kiki Hurdle, a junior here at OU studying nursing. Kiki, did you play sports growing up?
I did.
Which sports did you play?
I played field hockey and soccer.
Oh, cool. Did you have male or female coaches?
I had mostly male coaches.
Awesome. How do you think the institution of youth sports correlates to other gender regimes formed in other institutions, such as family life, workplaces, religious institutions, etc.?
I think in most situations, the fathers are usually the coaches, and the mothers are the ones who bring the snacks and sit on the sidelines and cheer them on. And I think this is similar to just everyday life, because for so long women have been viewed as like the homemaker and the ones that are the family supporters in the home, but not like the leader or the head of the home. And so I think that in today's society we're trying to strive to change this, but we still have a long way to go.
If you had female coaches, how do you think your sporting events and like your sports would have gone differently growing up?
I would have really enjoyed having a female coach. I think that they would have been a really good role model for me growing up.
Great. So something we've discussed in class is a topic called soft essentialism. And soft essentialism is basically defined as initiating children into a world that has been minimally transformed by feminism. So that basically just means that like the stereo burdens that affect women's everyday life and their ability to bridge the gap between work and family life is still a really large factor in their everyday society. How do you think that soft essentialism would affect things like youth sports and the different parental roles between coaching and like being a teen parent?
I think that soft essentialism affects things like youth sports and parental roles and coaching versus being a parent in many ways. For example, like when I think back, growing up, my coaches were always men. So even now when I envision like coaching, I always think of the male being the coach. And I even notice this in like collegiate sports as well. Even female sports often have male coaches. And also it seems like soft essentialism is like a halfway point of feminism. Like women may feel like they could be the coach, but they're much more inclined to let the male coach take the spot because that's what they're used to.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Kiki. Now we are speaking with Jake Huggins, a senior here at OU studying finance. Jake, did you play sports growing up?
Yes, I did.
Which ones did you play?
Football, soccer, baseball, basketball.
All of them?
All of them.
Did you have male or female coaches?
All male.
All male. Interesting. If you had female coaches, how do you think the sporting events would be different?
I don't think they would be that different. As long as they had good knowledge of the sport, then I think it would all pretty much be the same.
Perfect. How do you think the institution of youth sports correlates to other gender regimes found in other institutions such as families, workplaces, schools, religious institutions, etc.?
I think that youth sports correlates to other things like families, workplaces, religious institutions, because it seems like they're often thought of as leaders, but in today's society, I feel like we're changing that.
Definitely. So soft essentialism is something that we've discussed a lot in class, and soft essentialism is defined as initiating kids into a world that has been minimally transformed by feminism, basically just meaning that the stereotypical burdens that affect women's ability to bridge the gap between work and family life is still a really large factor in everyday society. How do you think that this affects things like youth sports and the parental roles in coaching versus being a teen parent?
It seems like that soft essentialism affects parental roles because males assume they will be the coaches, and it feels like females don't really get a chance to be the coaches, just more of like the teen moms.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate your time.